Sorry if the formatting is weird on mobile and kind of frazzled. Anyway, I, 25F, live in a 2BR apartment with my roommate Jess, 24F. We've lived together about a year, and it was mostly fine up until a couple weeks ago. Our lease explicitly says no sublets, guests longer than a week, etc. Pretty standard stuff. The last few months, I've noticed more random people hanging out in our living room when I get home or bumping into strangers in the kitchen in the morning. Jess always has a weird explanation like, oh, that's Sarah's cousin visiting for the night, or they're just a friend from my language class who needed a place to crash for a night, don't worry. It got excessive, though. Like 3 different people in the span of a week, each with a suitcase. I confronted Jess, and she acted all offended, swore she was just being generous and didn't know why I cared so much. But it kept happening, and stuff started going missing from the bathroom. My shampoo, a towel, even some food from the fridge. A few days ago, I came home early from work with a migraine and overheard Jess in her room explaining to someone how to let themselves in, and then quoting them $40 a night if they just needed the couch. She had an entire Google Doc with dates and payments and rules. I finally realized she'd been advertising on Facebook and other places, basically charging random people to stay here while I was out. When I confronted her, she admitted it but tried to downplay it, said it wasn't a big deal and she was helping travelers save on hotels and that she needed the extra cash. I pointed out this was not only a lease violation, but also just not cool to do behind my back. I told her she had 2 weeks to move out, which I feel is reasonable. Our lease is month to month. She started crying and saying I'm ruining her life and that nobody else would have even noticed, but I was acting like a cop and making her homeless over nothing. Now some mutual friends are saying I'm being harsh and should have just given her a warning. I feel bad because I don't want to make anyone homeless. But I also don't feel safe having strangers cycling through, and I'm worried we're both going to get evicted if the landlord finds out. AITA for kicking her out?